Irving is that every nationality of women, except for so-called black women, understand their roles and understand why they were created. The so-called white woman know why she was created: to be a wife, to be a mother, to help her husband, to help guide her house, and assist where he needs help.
I can't thank you all enough for staying and for being here and for all your support. Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? I can't.
You see the support that woman gave her man? No matter how foolish he looked it on that debate stage, no matter how incompetent he was, to the point that he couldn't even finish his own thought process, look at the support that he is receiving. Huh? Look at that support. It's not like she didn't see what we already seen. Like, she lived with him. It ain't like they didn't know this already. And now all the Democratic parties want to get him out of there because he's a threat to our security. A Parkinson's specialist, a neurological specialist came to the White House to check him out. And look at the support. Look at the support by his woman. You see?
Her house and assist where he needs help. The Asian woman understand that. Arab woman understand that. The East Indian woman understand that. So on and so forth. It's only the so-called black woman that does not understand why she was created. And it's simple. You was literally created to be a wife, to be a mother, to be a helpmeet to your husband, to love him, to love your children, to guide the house, and shine in your road. That's simple. Everything outside of that, you have been deceived and indoctrinated by the so-called white man.
I know, like, what is the difference between being with black women and being with...
It comes into the home. They're not... What you talking about? Unless you giving me this, doing that, there's no respect of the man, the black man, in that by black women. And I'm not, black women, do not be mad at me. Cook, girl, you don't even know how to cook. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's all black women can side. That Asian, Korean, Japanese, that other side is where, you know, culturally, those women were not, those women were taught to hold down. It's more than subservience. It's don't get it twisted. I know you know how to cuss the thorough man and cuss a man out thoroughly, but as soon as you cussing him out, you still making dinner, you still washing his clothes, you still cleaning the house, and you're not doing that with, you know, this is my job. That's just what you were trained to do. And I think that kind of training, you know, how you want to ride in a Bugatti, how you want to go on a yacht, but you don't know how to wash your own clothes. You don't know how to vacuum. You don't know how to put nothing. You don't know how to... Rami, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Hey, who gonna put the money on your books? I'll put the money on. You can go to jail. Take your black ass to jail. Motherfucker, you. So how some... You know, it's a different energy. It's not like maybe... Okay, thank you for your criticism. Thank you for your honest, constructive criticism. And, you know, we can get it better. Or cooking for yourself. Yeah. You want a cup of noodles? You want some ramen? Somebody else come cook this.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I am back again with another video. So recently, Columbus Short did an interview, and I'm not really sure how or what transpired, in which the interviewer asked Columbus Short this series of questions about him being in relationships with black women. However, she asked the question and he answered the question, and after that, Columbus Short received so much backlash on social media, okay? People were furious with him. They were angry. They talking about they need to cancel him. Like, it was just, you know, social media was in an uproar based off of the things that he said that you guys just listened to. So I wanted to give my take on that, as well as we're going to address everything. We're going to address the apology and all that. But the first thing that I thought was very, very interesting was that, you know, whenever men, black men in particular, speak on their situations or their actual relationships that they've had with black women become extremely furious about it. They don't want to be critiqued. They don't want anybody talking about their flaws. However, I found very interesting that there are women who come on social media who say the same exact things about black men, and nobody is standing anywhere talking about the need for those people to be canceled.
A lot of hate for this, but I am so effing tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men. I am so tired of the lack of commitment, the lack of support, the lack of encouragement, the lack of money. Like, I don't know what to do from this point on, but I can tell you one thing. My interest in dating another black man is like 1% at this point. They want us to be ride or dies until they get their shit together, and then they don't want to support us in return. They don't want to commit to us. They don't want to marry us. But then they want all the benefits of being a husband without actually proposing to us. I need someone who's intentional in every single aspect.
Why the hypocrisy? It's interesting that women can, vehemently, voice their opinions, their disdain about how they going from, these men, they going over here, that, they're getting pasta and lobster, they getting a Chad. There's all this talk about how, black women should leave the black men and go divest and be with men of other races because it's better over there. But if a black man talks about his experience with a black woman, people want him canceled, and they bully him into giving an apology. Why is there not a call for women to give the same apology if women have such a problem with it? What I find is that the truth is that women genuinely don't have a problem with it. They just don't want to be corrected. A lot of black women feel that black women as a whole are above reproach. You can't say nothing. You can't tell us nothing. You can't check us. You can't correct us. And it doesn't matter if you are a black man or a black woman. If you talk about another black woman, then you're the problem. And it is something that has definitely hindered and guarded the black community as a whole. I have to say that. Now, do I know for a fact, okay? I'm not even going to say do I know or do I feel or do I believe, but I know for a fact that all black women do not behave in this manner. It is a situation where there are women who are brought up to do the same exact things in which he is talking about within this video. There are black American women who were taught to, cook, clean, make sure that you are submissive to your husband, make sure that you know your place within the home. However, I believe that his conversation was targeted to the fact that it is not something that is the majority. Right? Where we are in this age and stage of time, the majority of women, and this goes all the way back to when Sister Shahrazad Ali, there was a reason in which she wrote the book that she wrote.
I'm saying that we have a lot of power. We have power to make heaven and hell for our men. And I'm saying, let's try making heaven. Let's try to build him up. If a man has his woman behind him, he will believe he can do anything. And all we need to do is to get our men to believe that they can do anything. And he'll be able to, do much better than he's doing now and come out of the pitiful condition he's in. As I said, I'm not exonerating him. I'm just saying that all of that strength that we have, let's use it in a more positive way instead of just going for self. Nobody told us that all of that being my own person and I'm independent would lead to separation and loneliness.
I can't thank you all enough for staying and for being here and for all your support. Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do?
President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond to this question about the national debt.
He had the largest national debt of any president in a 4-year period, number one. Number two, that $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
There are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.